إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد عباد الله اعلموا أن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار عصمني الله وإياكم عن النار. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him, we seek His help, and we ask for His forgiveness. Whomever Allah guides, no one can lead astray. And whomever He leads astray, no one can guide. We bear witness that no one has the right to be worshipped but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone, and has no partner. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is a servant and messenger. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send His prayers upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his family, his companions, and all those who follow him till the day of judgment. Amma ba'du ibadallah, usikum wa nafsi bi taqwallah. Brothers and sisters, I advise myself as well as you to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to maintain a taqwa fima taquluna wa ma taf'alun. In everything that you do or in everything that we do, let us maintain a taqwa in it. Everything that we say, let us maintain a taqwa while saying it. فبعد ذلك عباد الله أريد أن أقف وقفة عن قول نردده في كل يوم أو في كل يوم جمعة. I want to stop in a statement that we always repeat every Friday. And the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam used to repeat that every Friday. He will say alayhi salatu wasalam, ألا إن أصدق الحديث كلام الله. He will say, the most truthful speech is the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. هذا ثبت في كتاب الله سبحانه وتعالى. This is in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, قل صدق الله. Ya Muhammad, say صدق Allah. Allah has spoken the truth. ومن أصدق من الله قيلا. No one can speak the truth like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because His speech cannot have mistakes. Whatever He says is correct. Whatever He says is the truth and the ultimate truth, and no one can change that. وما نقوله نحن قد يكون اليوم حقيقة وغدا يتغير. But what we say today can be the truth, or it can be accepted, and tomorrow it can change. It can change. لكن قول الله سبحانه وتعالى ثابت لا يتغير أبدا. But Allah's speech stays as He says, and it will not change forever. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلنا ممن يفهم ما يقول ويطبق ويقبل ما يقول. We ask Allah to make us among the people who understand what He says and accepts it, implement it. فبعد ذلك عباد الله كان عليه الصلاة والسلام يقول: وخير الهدي وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. And the best guidance is the guidance of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. He wasn't saying it to praise himself. He's saying it عليه الصلاة والسلام because it's the truth. Because is the truth. The Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, whatever he used to do, he will take it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is his guidance. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave that guarantee to the nation that whatever he says alayhi salatu wasalam is correct and is right. And it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala confirmed it in the Quran when he says subhanahu wa ta'ala to us to define the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and to define the speeches of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. He said, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. He doesn't speak based on his desires as we do. Sometimes you want something, you pick here and there to make sure that you convince people to that. But for the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, مَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. He will not do that. He will not say something that is limited to his desires, what he wanted to do, because he did not send himself. And he did not bring a program for himself. But what he did, alayhi salatu wasalam, he received the revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he will do it as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. And Allah guaranteed that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. We believe in that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But so we can accept it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, whatever he says, it's a wahi that was revealed to him alayhi salatu wassalam. Then al-huda, huda Muhammad. The guidance is the guidance of Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. وَكَانَ الصَّحَابَ يَشْتَاقُونَ أَنْ يَسْمَعُوا شَيْئًا. The Sahaba, they used to be excited to hear something from the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. And when they hear it, they implement it. So the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he tells them, you will be upon the guidance and you will stay upon it as long as you are taking that from my sunnah, from my teachings. But whenever we think as a nation that we can be guided from other people's ideas, that's the beginning of our misguidance. Wal-iyadu billah. That is the beginning of our misguidance. Wal-iyadu billah. Yes, it happens. If that was not the case, then the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam will not warn the nation from that. Will not warn the nation from that, because he said to the Sahaba, Ridwanullahi alayhim, Man ya'ish fikum, fasayara ikhtilafan kathira. And that was 1400 years. He said, whoever lives long. And the Sahaba, none of them lived like 150 years. He said, amongst you, if your life is extended a little bit, you will see a lot of divisions, a lot of ideas. And the Sahaba, they told the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, what is the way out of that? He said, the way you are right now, keep it. Do not add and do not abandon. Keep it as it is, because that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam will go, and he left, but the Quran is here. And the Quran gave us the confirmation and the clear guidance. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Man yuti'ir Rasul faqad ata'a Allah. Allah did not talk to us directly, individually, but he said to us, all of us, Man yuti'ir Rasul faqad ata'a Allah. Whoever obey and follow the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, indeed they have followed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فأحيانا يأتيك حديث وأنت تشك في قول من قال هذا الحديث. لماذا؟ إذا شككت في الحديث شككت في من قال هذا الحديث. Sometimes a hadith will come to you and you kind of like doubt, is this the right thing to say? You are doubting of the one who said that, which is Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Which is Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So we have to get used to whatever he says. We may not reach to the level of understanding that, but we have to. And this is something when you say it, some people think that, but we have to blindly following the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam in order to be guided. Blindly. Which means you see it, you get it, you follow. Because that is the khair. That is the khair. Wallah is the khair. And he did it, he clarified everything. And he said alayhi salatu wasalam, after telling us what we need, our lives to be good, to be perfect here and the hereafter, two things. Kitabullah wa sunnat خير البرية Muhammad ibn Abdullah. Then he warned us from something that might be our reason or might be the reason for our destruction in this life and the hereafter, which is bringing new ideas. New ideas are always good. New ideas are always good, always good, because that's how we develop, that's how we invent, that's how, but not in the deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said one day in Arafah, in Mecca, the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam was his camel. He said, subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum. It's very easy to understand. He said, as from today, akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-islam deena. Everything is sealed. He said, I have completed my blessings, the religion, and I'm pleased with it. This is the religion that I choose. This religion that I completed for you is completed. And after a few months, the Prophet ﷺ passed. Alayhi salatu wassalam. So the deen will stay as it is till the day of judgment. That has the Prophet ﷺ, he used to tell the Sahaba, with your dunya things, he said, Antum adra bi umuri dunyakum. Take care of it. You know your dunya affairs the most. What kind of a job you're going to apply, kind of a house you're going to build, kind of a car you're going to buy, and name it. And name it. As long as you don't violate any religious teachings or Islamic teachings, you can, where you're going to go for camping this coming summer. As long as you pray in that camping place, great. As long as you preserve Islamic teachings, great. Which lake I'm going to take my boat to. And you can name it, which vacation. You want to go to Mexico, you want to go to wherever you want to go. It's okay. This is our religion. This is our religion. And all the good things, all the nice parts that is in the world, you have to visit it. You have to enjoy it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, these beautiful things, we have to enjoy it. Allah created all of it for us with our deen. قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِنَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي أَخْرَجَ لِعِبَادِهِ وَالطَّيِّبَاتِ مِنَ الرِّزْقِ. Who will forbid the beauty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for his servants? And when he said ibad Allah, al-aqrabuna humul mu'minun, when he says servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the closest people that he's addressing is the believers. Is the believers. And that will lead us to two things. After understanding that innovation which spoon you're going to use to eat? Big, small, Which cup of tea you're going to use to drink your tea? Which restaurant you're going to go? These are open. So you don't mix between religion and things that al-aslu fihi al-ibaha. There are two things that you have to understand, and both have origin. One is a worship. The origin of worship is not to do it. You cannot worship till you know how to worship. That is asl. That is the origin. You cannot do ibadah. Al-aslu fil ibadat at-tawaqquf. The worships that we do, if you want reward from it, before you do it, you have to know what Allah said. Kama qala Imam Malik. لا تعمل عملا حتى تعلم حكم الله فيه. Do not do it till you know what Allah said about it. Because if you do it on your own, you might want to do good and you end up having bad. That's one. That's the reason why our minds cannot come to religion and create. It's beyond our minds. It came from the seven heavens, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But our dunya things, what we eat, what we wear, where we go, what we do our life, al-aslu fihi al-ibaha. Al-aslu fihi al-ibaha. The origin for that is do it. Do whatever you want. As long as a religion, do whatever you want. Hatta till Islam tells you stop this one. These are the two principles. If it is a deen, do not do it till you know the ruling. If it is dunya, do it till Islam tells you, no, you cannot do this. Drink everything, that's the origin. But Islam says, do not drink alcohol. Everything, just keep drinking. Go wherever. But Islam will tell you, do not drink this, and we'll take few of them. I said this, then the origin is, do it. Eat all kinds of meat. But Islam will tell you, but this and this don't. And this is how it is. If you understand that, then you understand that there is no room for a person in this religion, regardless of what kind of knowledge you have, to bring your idea into the deen is very easy. But ya akhi, to make things look good, that is great. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, he said, the worst thing is the newly innovated matters in the religion. That is the worst thing that a person can do. And it happened. It's everywhere, left and right. People bring things, they go around it, they identify it as a religion, as a worship. La khayra fi. There's no goodness in it. Because it was not known by the smartest person on earth, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. If any ibadah that Allah wants, He gave it to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Wallah. If He didn't do it, wallahi la khayra fi. There's no goodness in it. It will not bring to you anything but evil. Because لو كان خيرا, if there was good in it, لسبقنا به محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام ولعلم أصحابه. Muhammad will do it صلى الله عليه وسلم first, and he will teach his companions that goodness. Because Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, he said, ليس هناك خير إلا علمنا النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام. There's no goodness except the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام has taught us. And there's no evil except he warned us from it. And here he is warning us. وَشَرَّ الْأُمُورِ مُحْدَثَاتُهَا وَكُلُّ مُحْدَثٍ بِدْعَةٍ. He said, even if you, the Arabic, they, like when you say, كُلُّ مُحْدَثَةٍ بِدْعَةٍ, is that every newly innovated matter in the religion, invented matter in religion is an innovation, it's a bid'ah. Because that bid'ah will come to the deen and kill a sunnah and grow. And he said, وَكُلُّ بِدْعَةٍ ضَلَالَةٍ. And every innovation, يا أخي كل بدعة, every innovation, no exception here, كل بدعة ضلالة. Every innovation is misguidance. And we ask Allah every day, Allah اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, guide us to the straight path. That's what we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He's saying every newly innovated matter in the religion is misguidance. And every misguidance will guide the people to the hellfire. Wal-'iyadhu billah. Then don't do a lot. In a hadith that we talked about the other day, that the malaika, they're recording our deeds. And sometimes you will do one deed, mashallah, you think that you get a lot. And they go to Allah, Allah will tell them, nah, thank you guys for bringing these actions, but write this, recorded in the sijjin, is evil. And you do it a little bit. They go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will say, mashallah, Allah will say, wow, this is good. Put it in the illiyin. Then what matters is the quality of the action. And what brings quality into your actions is two things. Only two things. Not more than two things. One is do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second is do it as the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam did. And the easier thing is the sunnah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. That will lead us to what he said alayhi salatu wasalam about an-nadhafa. One of the sisters came to me and she said, Sheikh, can you talk? Actually, I didn't have any intention before that to talk about nadhafa in this khutbah, but I gave a promise. She said, can you talk about nadhafa, cleanliness? Because she was trying to clean the masjid, and sometimes you come to the masjid, for those who regularly come to the masjid, you see a lot of things. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, you know, if you go to the hadith of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, when it comes to cleanliness, hygiene, and all those things, it's more than 50 hadith. More than 50 hadith that the Prophet alayhi salatu is talking about cleanliness. Cleanliness. Even clipping your nails. Even making sure that, like, your clothes, your mouth. Is this in daily basis? The Prophet alayhi salatu used to brush his mouth more than 5 times a day, alayhi salatu wasalam. And you can go and go on. More than 50 hadith just about your body. This Muhammad alayhi salatu. هذا نظام. هذا منهج. This is methodology. This is a way of life. This is the most beautiful thing, alayhi salatu wasalam. One day the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, Jabir, he said, he came to us. جاء النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام. فرأى رجلا ثائرا شعره. He saw a man, his hair was not organized. He looked at him, he said, أليس لهذا الرجل شيء يمشط به شعره. He said, didn't this man have something to comb his hair? Combing, you see? Combing hair. And his sunnah, wherever he goes, alayhi salatu wasalam, home, traveling, going to the masjid, he will have two things. A mirror, alayhi salatu wasalam, and a siwak, a miswak, toothbrush, or stick, whatever you call it, in his pocket. Wherever he goes, alayhi salatu wasalam. You will never see him, alayhi salatu wasalam, you say, oh, I wish he fixed that part. No. He makes sure when he comes, because this is how Allah wants it. Inna Allah jameel, yuhibbul jamal. Allah is beautiful, and He loves beauty, alayhi subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one day he came, Jabir said, he said, he saw a person, رَى رَجُلًا مُرْتَدِيًا لِبَاسًا وَسِخًا. He saw a man among the Sahaba wearing a dress that was dirty. He said, مَا لِهَذَا الرَّجُلِ أَلَيْسَ لَهُ مَاء يَغْسِلُ بِهِ ثَوْبَهُ. He said, what is wrong with this person? They didn't have water to wash his clothes. And the man was, okay, that was me, right? Okay, I'm gone. He went and washed his clothes. And he used to say, alayhi salatu wasalam, even when the Sahaba traveling to meet other delegations, he will tell them, أحسنوا رحالكم وثيابكم لأنكم تلاقون إخوانكم. Even when they are traveling, he will tell them, alayhi salatu wasalam, make sure that your horses are prepared, are clean, and your dress is clean, because you are going to meet your brothers. Yes, you know, our cars should be clean. These are the deen. But specifically, when it comes to the masjid, inshallah, we'll just complete inshallah in the second khutbah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. اللهم أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ala amma ba'd. When it comes to a masjid, the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he said, Amar Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam an tubna al-masajid wa an tunazzaf wa tutayyab. He said, the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said, the Prophet commanded us to build masjids in different places, but with a condition. He said, it should be clean and also make smell good. And he used to, alayhi salatu wasalam, encourage the Sahaba to buy a bukhur that used to come from Hind. They can put it in a masjid so the masjid can smell good. It wasn't a fancy masjid, but when you come in, it smells so good. But we have a problem. I know you have a small space. And I want to say this so everybody can hear this. Because sometimes, the masjid sometimes, and the reason why is very, if you go to my hall, it has a lot of things there. But some people, unfortunately, they want to do good. They will bring their old clothes and they will put it in the masjid. We don't have a room for that. Actually, even if you have a room, go and buy brand new and bring it if you want to make sadaqah. Or their groceries that are old, long time ago, they'll bring it and put it in the masjid. Or their cooking stuff, they don't want to use it anymore, they'll bring it and put it in the masjid. How can a masjid be clean then? And this is few people who are doing it. And sometimes you tell them, brother, we don't accept that. No, I'm giving sadaqah. I take it to Goodwill. We don't have, I know you want sadaqah, but you don't have a room for it. Actually, what you bring in is not the greatest thing. So, and also the other thing is, sometimes we wait each other for the cleanliness of the masjid. There was a lady who used to clean the masjid of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. And she used to even hide, making sure that the masjid is clean, smells good. When she died, the Sahaba, they buried her. And the Prophet came and noticed that she's not here. Something is not. She said, where is she? He said, where is she? They said, oh, she died and we didn't want to, make it difficult on you, and she was buried. He said, هَلَّا اسْتَأْذَنْتُمُونِي. Why didn't you take a permission from me before you bury her? Dulluni qabraha. Take me to her grave. And he went, alayhi salatu wasalam, ikraman laha, to honor that woman. She was one of the few people that the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam repeated the salat al-janazah. And she was seen as a cleaner in the masjid. Few things. But the Prophet honored her because she honored the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet honored her and went and prayed on her, alayhi salatu wasalam. So let's just try. The Prophet alayhi salatu talked about cleaning our bodies, cleaning our rides, cleaning our masjids. Some of the ulama, they say it's a wajib if you build a masjid, tabi'at, what next is to keep it clean. And as a wajib, we need to keep it clean. And he commanded us, our houses, even the streets that we walk on. Sometimes we go out, you see people throw things. The Prophet ﷺ, he commanded us to clean that. If under the trees, the shed, he commanded us to keep it clean. And he prohibited certain things to be done. هذا دين كامل وشامل. But sometimes when we come as Muslims together, in our gatherings, in our masjid, it's different than other gatherings. Why? Because we are not implementing those principles. It should be more organized. It should be cleaner. It should be perfect if we're implementing what we are taught in our deen. If we're implementing what the Prophet ﷺ has taught us. So this was a reminder for myself and for each one of us to make sure that inshallah we don't wait for a person to clean when we see something that is unclean. And I want to thank those sisters who clean the masjid and the sisters who clean upstairs and the sisters who clean the kitchen. If you go to the kitchen, you know how things was. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them. May Allah bless them. Then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward the brothers who from time to time clean. May Allah bless them. May Allah bless our community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put our hearts together. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us away from shaitan and keep shaitan away from us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase our iman. May Allah protect our children. May Allah increase their iman. اللهم لا تدع لنا في مقامنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا مرضا إلا شفيته ولا مبتلا إلا عافيته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا يسرت قضاها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وصل اللهم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أقول قولي هذا وأسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعل من السعداء الفائزين بالجنة قيموا الصلاة